This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
Do you dream of me? I always dream about you. Do you think of me? Do you dream of me? I always dream about you. All the lies in me, all the lies in me. How can I live without you? All the lies in me, all the lies in me. How can I live without you?
We mixed, we loaded it, we edited it.
Sometimes we get so deep into conversation that we have separate segments worthy of their own place in the sun.
Here is a reshuffled mini episode.
Playing this weekend because I forgot about Mountain Time. I just completely forgot that was a thing.
Maybe you were thinking of the mountain men that Jason hunts. I don't know.
No, he is the mountain man.
He is the mountain.
Especially in the remake.
Oh, there you go. Insert Game
don't
of
get me
Thrones
started on the
reference.
remake.
Too late.
The original one has, to me, in my opinion, one of the scariest scenes that terrifies me even to this day. When he's chasing Tina in the alley and he's just running like a madman.
Oh yeah,
that to me is still that and like one of the first scenes in the original Night of the Living Dead with the zombie walking through the cemetery. Like that scene still to this. I work in a lot of dark places, like leaving bars at 3 a.m. because I work in the restaurant industry.
Oh, jeez.
Like if I'm walking to my car and I see that running at me, it's gonna scare the shit out of me. So that to me is one of the scariest scenes ever made, and it's like 5-10 minutes into the movie. So that's how it starts.
So I'll be sure to meet you in the daytime. I don't want to come off as a vampire.
Don't run at me in an alley.
Freaking alleys, man.
Nightmare on Elm Street, man. As Ryan was saying, there's just scenes in that scare the shit out of you. The alley scene, the scene where like Nancy's looking through the window of the jail and seeing Freddy just walking through the bars, and just everything about that movie is just like, man, this movie's scary. Friday the 13th, not scary. It's more to me. I think it's funny, but as an adult,
it does have more comedic aspects to it. That's for sure.
Especially the whole when you would see Pamela, but it was like man hands.
Oh yeah,
dude, makes me laugh. Makes me laugh every time. But yeah,
I guess you can change form like Jason. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
He's the underrated Power Ranger.
Oh,
wow.
God. Jason as a Power Ranger. Wow. Okay. I'm here for it.
Not
I'm here
X.
for it.
He doesn't become a Power Ranger until X.
On the Who Would Win podcast, which does campy versus battles, they like joking that Jason and Scooby-Doo have teleportation powers.
Oh God!
I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
If anything, I guess you can. You know what? I'll get to it when I get there. But that's awesome.
And the effects in Nightmare on Elm Street have aged much better than those in Friday the 13th. I mean, I've gone to the 4K version of Friday the 13th. Kevin Bacon's weird long green neck just stands out all the more, just because even though this is Tom Savini post Dawn of the Dead, it's still, he hasn't quite honed the craft that he did, so that the effects haven't aged as well with Friday the 13th as they did with Nightmare on Elm Street.
I didn't know
Lovely.
Bacon's and shit.
You didn't know that was him?
No, I didn't know that.
Whoa.
I'm going to throw in there that the original Friday 13th has that unrated cut where they basically put in all these gory shots that don't work. So Kevin Bacon's death is actually pretty good in profile. As soon as it's the overhead shot, it's that weird green latex.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
gonna be
take
next.
it. I don't know for a fact. But since you've seen it, did it look like they had just used like a work print and they hadn't remastered it, or?
No, they absolutely remastered it, and it's one of those movies that works better on VHS because as soon as you put the thing in high def, all the skin blending and everything just gets thrown completely off.
Is it like Highlander where they do that tan shot from Connor's death?
No, I don't think it's like Highlander.
No, it's
Is
literally
Jason
like
a Highlander?
It's Gummy Man.
There can be only one serial killer.
Wow.
Wow.
Which one has Pinhead in it?
The one where he fights the Candyman and the Wishmaster, I think.
Gotcha.
No,
in the Freddy vs. Jason's original cut, actually.
That's right.
Right, yeah, the bonus scene.
Now I want
I
a Clive
don't-
Barker shared universe movie. That would be
I still don't know
amazing.
about the Chucky connection in the comics. That's just so much for me to swallow.
You already got everything that you're looking for in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. You've got Freddy with his claws just going at it. You've got Heather Langenkamp as probably the ultimate final girl, save only for Laurie Strode.
Yeah.
And yeah, and some of the effects still just look really amazing, you know, even all these years later. Like Freddy coming through the wall, and towards the end when Johnny Depp gets sunk down into the bed. Thankfully, there's no turd in that bed, but
you don't know that.
Yeah.
It could have fell right on his face.
True, but
Wow.
but yeah, it just comes in fully formed. You've got everything that you're looking for. It's a scary movie. Freddy doesn't have quite as many quips as he does in the later movies, but you know, he's still got a personality, which is in the minority when it comes to slasher villains. Most of them are the silent type, but Freddy, he's actually got some things to say.
That's a
And
good point, because for the longest time, no, that is true. Is like it seemed like they would wait for the last minute and there'd be only like one line of dialogue, and unless you had like the novelization, you didn't really know the intent. The filmmakers.
And as far as Friday the 13th, I feel like the first one it's kind of rough around the edges. Like I think Max said, Kevin Bacon's neck is definitely an eyesore. And
yeah, they definitely didn't see HD coming back then.
Right. And I feel like
what is
I feel like
HD nowadays?
Yeah, the 4K looks great, except for the kills.
But I feel like the first Friday the 13th, it feels like it doesn't quite have as much of a script as it does a few bullet points that the cast and crew are mostly just kind of winging it. That's just kind of how it feels to me. You know, and the characters are all really one-dimensional stereotypes. You know, I know I kind of sound like a Norm Macdonald joke on, you know, I want my zombie serial killer movies to have subtlety, damn it.
Wow. Wait, we got the impressions going here, man.
That's the thing with Friday the 13th. They had the script. They had everything first, and then it was the script. And so, yeah, it was kind of like written on the fly.
Now I wish
And
Norm
also-
Macdonald had been the director in Final Nightmare.
Oh.
Well, you see, you gotta die.
And also most of the first Friday the 13th is kind of played like a mystery, but then the mystery is resolved and hey, it's this old lady that we haven't seen before until now.
A damn old hag. Damn it.
Yeah, it was more Giallo influenced, even though Cunningham won't admit it.
Yeah, I've heard that too, and it's just like, for real? It's kind of like David Cronenberg saying, "Oh, History of Violence is not an action movie," or Southern Comfort, like Walter Hill denies that it's a war allegory. I'm like, well, what else could it possibly be about besides Nam?
Cunningham has no idea what he wants to think because he either he doesn't care about all the sequels that are made, but yeah, he's having Friday the 13th sitting in court trying to figure out who's going to get the rights. It's like,
it's because Friday the 13th is the only thing Cunningham did that's been successful. He hasn't. All the other things he's done have done mediocre at best.
It's either mediocre or just no one like.
Or he was a PA for Craven.
Like, shit! Like... I watched a Sean S. Cunningham movie that I had never heard of this year. I couldn't tell you what the name of it is. I think it's like Stranger in the Dark or something. And all I saw was his name. I went, oh, he directed other things. All right, cool.
Isn't it interesting that the common nexus point between these two guys is Last House on the Left, produced by Sean Cunningham, directed by Wes Craven. That's where they start.
Minor's a PA. Yeah, this is like wow.
It's interesting if he had leaned into the Giallo thing and made Mrs. Voorhees a black glove killer, he would have taken that man-hand thing right out of the equation.
Yep. Oh, I love it.
If only the lifeguards were properly trained.
Oh. All right, wise ass. This is the fun of it. Objectivity versus subjectivity is like.
And then there's also the Mandela effect too, because people are like, no, Jason killed in the first one. Oh, it was his mom. And it's a steady argument because you'll have people who be like, this is what happened versus what actually happened. And then you rewatch it and it's like, oh, they were right. This really did happen. I was wrong. I got it confused. It happens. I've had that happen.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I think it's because people didn't watch the first one as much as the others.
Yeah,
so
and they never want to see as much.
Yeah, he was so ingrained in people's minds that they're like, oh, let's watch that first one. And
all they
like, what is happening? Where's this old woman? Who is this?
And all they talk about in the first one is Jason drowned in the lake. It was like Jason, and then it was like his mother. So everybody just has it ingrained in their head.
The mom his mom scored the first home run. You
don't hear Jason's name in the first one until she shows up at the end.
Yeah,
exactly.
So she establishes the whole franchise from the first film.
Jack, do you think this is a matter of even and odd number franchises?
I don't, and you'll find out why as we keep going. But I will say that Mandela effect thing is kind of burnt off post Scream. That as soon as everybody's seen Scream, and in that first movie, the fact that Drew Barrymore has that moment, I saw that movie a million times. Jason's the killer. Jason. Now every horror fan has seen Scream, and now they know, okay, right, I got to get that question right when Ghostface calls me.
Right.
But now, hilariously,
write it down.
Now because of the remake, the Platinum Dooms version, she's right. Jason was the killer in Friday the 13th.
Oh.
Just saying.
No, that's a good point.
That's kind of interesting too. The first Nightmare is so low budget that effect of him coming through the wall is basically just a pantyhose that they bought and ripped open.
Wow.
It's all this innovation, right? But that's the other thing: is Friday the 13th is a studio movie. It's a Paramount movie.
Yeah, who could have guessed?
Yeah. So there's something interesting about the David and Goliath of it all. In that situation, the original Nightmare on Elm Street is definitely the underdog, and then it instantly took over pop culture.
And it saved New Line Cinema. That studio, that they would have probably gone straight out of business if it wasn't for Nightmare.
One thing that I could say about Nightmare too, that I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I can't remember a slasher film where the introduction to the movie is you seeing the killer making his weapon. And you're kind of like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what is this I'm watching right now? Is a guy with a glove and blades and he's sharpening? Like, what is going on? And then you get into the storyline. Usually, it's like there's like
the third act
going to camp and this that.
Yeah.
And then you kind of involved right off the bat.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And that right there is unique as well because, it's not just him picking up a knife or a machete or something that he finds off the ground. He's crafting his own unique weapon.
Yes, no, that's true. Because usually it's for the hero, to set a trap. It's like, but their trap is not falling asleep. I got my mental defenses up instead. Yeah,
and
the villain has all the weaponry at their disposal that just seems unwinnable. Yeah,
and it's still 40 years later. It's one of maybe the most unique weapon in horror too.
Yes.
No one else has anything like it.
He just wants to be the next Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, yikes!
I just found Friday the 13th. It doesn't help or it doesn't hurt that I saw it. I saw them both in the theater when they came out.
Nice.
So I saw it years before. I was a bit more used to horror by the time I saw Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like one of those films that kind of took me from horror's okay to holy shit, I love this stuff.
Who's overrated now? Yeah. First Friday the 13th, I didn't click with it right away. I thought it was fine. Fun fact, my dad saw it back in the day with his friends in college. They were all hammered out of their mind, and they were so buzzed that when the one body emerges from the closet, they all started yelling, "Ah!" and started guffawing aimlessly. Like they couldn't believe what they were seeing. And so it is always funny when I hear family of when they went back and saw certain movies back when they were like how my grandmother reacted to certain like risque stuff in James Bond movies. It was always I remember my mother had memories of accidentally kicking someone in front of her while at a screening of Jaws. It's right, because she's kicking out the screen and she's kicking the guy in front. Gonna eat me. So I've had my share of jump scares, and New Line I've always kind of admired. Just again, this is the franchise maker, the people behind Final Destination, Blade, Lord of the Rings, Austin
We need
Powers.
to compare franchise, not franchise.
I'm not comparing it. I'm just they're the franchise making machine.
No doubt, I'm going with Friday the 13th Part 2 on this one. Just because I love the fact that Sackhead Jason's basically a tribute to the town that dreaded sundown. The double
That's a
spear
good
kill.
point. I actually haven't heard of that. That's a good point.
Yeah, and I even came up with a fan theory that Jason's father was the Texarkana killer, but that'll be another time.
I don't hate it. I like it.
That would play more.
It would make the town that dreaded sundown more interesting.
That would be more interesting.
And then there's also the double spear kill, which was blatantly lifted from Mario Bava's A Bay of Blood. And
it does go back to Giallo.
Oh yeah.
And just that amazing kill of the guy that gets the machete in the face in the wheelchair and he just rolls back down the stairs. There is just so much to really love about this Jason. And just to go on a bit of a tangent, this Jason was my go-to for the Friday the 13th video game. This was the one that I always played. So yeah.
He was good. He was a good one.
Yep.
Oh yes.
I do have a soft spot for Friday the 13th Part 2, so that's my go.
I like them both. Just like,
I love it. We got a bunch of
just like Parker was saying, like I like the way he looks, I like the way he sounds. I love the story, the concept of the story. I think it could have been done better. Him possessing the body of somebody else because he's got the brains, blah blah blah. There was a lot of things that didn't make sense, like why he was coming out when everyone was awake. But then the pool scene is amazing. Like that's one of the best scenes in all of the Nightmare movies.
Yes,
with the flame shooting behind him, you're all my children now. Like that's one of the best scenes in all of the movies to combine. But it has this problem just because a lot of the plot I didn't care about the gay overtones, whatever. I didn't even realize that when I was a kid watching it, and then I read about it later. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Then but it's got its faults as far as the plot line goes because a lot of it doesn't make sense. He kills his gym teacher in the gym, but it's Freddy, but then it's him, but they're both awake. So what the fuck?
Because it turns into a possession movie. That's what it more is. It's Freddy's possessing him to do these things instead of
it could have been explained better how he was possessing him, like
sleepwalking.
And then my problem with Friday the 13th Part 2 is the first scene in the movie is what's her name from the first one? I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Final girl from the first one. I literally
the actress is Adrienne King, but it's
Alice.
What's the
Alice? She's in a different kind of Wonderland.
She's walking through the house and she's opening the fridge and she's doing this and she's on the phone and she's talking to her mom and then she opens the fridge and the mother's head's there and she gets stabbed in the side of the head. So that means Jason was in her house hanging out with the head, waiting for her to go into another room.
In the corner.
Yeah, just
as you do, man.
She's home. She's home.
Yeah. Oh, let me just wait. She's in the other room. Let me just put this in the fridge real quick. And then he stabs her.
Jason's a prankster.
But then at the end of the movie,
it gets boring if you just wait for him to each time.
then-
Sometimes he's just got to lay out the previous spray.
From that scene to the last scene is essentially just a better version of the first one. And then the last scene, it means he took her head, brought it back to his cabin, put it on a pedestal with the sweater, which he found somewhere, and lit a bunch of candles, and then he has this shrine to her. So it's like
he had some help from the reanimator, probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
that and the head is also a lot more decayed by then too, which is kind of weird.
It was in a fridge. It should have been well more preserved.
Well, if Jason is going to age, if Jason's going to age 10 years in between the weeks between the two movies, maybe the head does too. I don't know. Maybe there's a temporal sort of thing.
I guess so.
I love that Alice is tossing and turning and sleeping. So I like to imagine Jason walked in, ready to kill her, saw that she was asleep, and said, I got an idea. And then he put the head in the fridge, waiting for her to wake up.
He went back to his cabin. He grabbed the head. He's like, this is going to be great.
Yep. When we see him walking across the street, when you see his feet, that's the second time.
Yeah.
Insert pun for the Crypt Keeper to say.
I mean, it sucks. It sucks when
She
you
had
read
a
about
good
why that
head.
opening happened.
Wait. I didn't mean it that
she was
way.
getting stalked, and she didn't want to be.
She didn't want to be in it
anymore.
Yeah,
which it's terrible because she was amazing in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you go from that scene. The rest of the movie is a better version of the first one, and then there's the last scene is phenomenal. But I still I got to give the edge to Nightmare 2. As much as I don't like that movie, that pool scene is so fucking good. And
It's
I
worth
just
the price of admission.
I got to give it to that. And the concept that could have been done better. It's like one of those things where you like looking at an old relationship, like, oh, I could have been so much better in that. It was so good, but it could have been better. It's like I have to give it for the Nightmare 2 for that.
Those are the best kinds of movies. The ones that you want to fix. You want an extended cut of.
We got a dope. We got a
Ryan,
dope
I
Fresh
would've-
Prince song
yeah,
out of it.
100%.
That's
Ryan,
right.
I
It
would
is
have bet
bad.
money from your face that you would have put it on Friday 13th Part 2.
I was on the fence because
this is what I love about
they're both good.
You have
but-
us in suspense, like the killer.
2's the second worst one in the franchise, but I still only have to put it above Friday the 13th 2 just because of the pool scene. That's it. If it wasn't for that pool scene, it'd be Friday the 13th Part 2 all day.
I'm surprised there aren't any pool boys in either franchise. That's what's really missing. Hey, I'm at a mansion. Oh,
check out my six pack.
Yeah, that'll still be from the claws.
The worst part of the pool scene, though, is like when the pool is boiling and then there's people just randomly falling in.
Oh my
and then
god!
you're just staying there. Like, it's not like he's holding you. Just get out. It's
They're
hot.
frozen in fear, probably. I don't know.
When you're boiling alive, you just got to do this.
Yeah,
The
just
assistant
flail your
AD
arms.
should have said, "Hey, I need more franticness in the background."
It's either Pool or Freddy.
Freddy versus Pool.
I'll take my chances. I won't be the kid that's like, hey, man, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'll be the one in the background going, yeah, you talk to him. You talk to him.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm going to go that over here and hide in the
I got
corner.
a train to catch.
And then we get to Friday the 13th Part 2, and yeah, we finally meet Jason. We've got one of my favorites, Hillbilly Jason, because I live in Arkansas. I'm just a couple hours away from Texarkana, so I grew up with the whole town that dreaded sundown, and so I always
There you
loved
go.
seeing Baghead Jason with his hay fork around. And
I have
think-
not been to
I think the
Texarkana,
second one-
but maybe one of these days. Who knows?
yeah, you got to go to there, and then you got to go to Boggy Creek.
Oh, it's so funny when you said that man. I almost had my picture of an entire fugitive task force led by Tommy Lee Jones gets together and says, "We're finding that man."
Finds the man. I don't care.
I don't care. I've hunted Harrison Ford, Wesley Snipes, and even Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men. I think I got this.
Yeah. But I think Friday the 13th Part 2 has some of the best kills in the whole franchise. It's got, and it's also got Jason's greatest enemy throughout the whole franchise. It's not any of the final girls. It's not Tommy Jarvis. It's continuity.
Oh, hey! Threw me for a loop there. I couldn't figure out what the punchline was going to be, and that's great.
Because the concept of the movie is Jason is supposedly getting revenge on everyone who he thinks was involved in his mother's death. But the only reason his mother
I think all of us can relate to that. I'd go vigilante.
Yeah, the only reason his mother was going on the rampage in the first place was because of Jason's death. So that's kind of a whole snake eating its own tail.
How was he alive?
Yeah.
I need to know. How did he just show up?
I kind of, just my own headcanon, I kind of rationalized that by like when Pamela Voorhees died, like there was some kind of vengeful spirit over Camp Crystal Lake that kind of rose Jason up from the grave.
Into that? I thought one.
So you're telling me that zombie Jason actually started from part 2, not from part 6.
Well, I mean, that kid in part 1, could he be anything other than a zombie?
He was just an ugly kid.
I think he swam out of the lake. He found like a hut and he just fell asleep.
Wow.
And he just was there forever until he heard his mom's cries. I'll avenge you, mother. And then he ages 10 years over the night.
What a shitty mother that she's not like, if his kid is just living out in the woods, she's just not trying to find him.
No.
Hey, we're not
Absolutely
validating either one, but we're just trying to understand.
Pamela Voorhees fucked Toxie the Avenger, and that's their love child.
Oh God.
There's a mental image. There's 2 New Jersey movie references, and being from Jersey, I gotta say, like, I didn't even choose Friday the 13th Part 1, even though it's filmed like 45 minutes from me. And
hey, I like that the jury's not too biased here. It's great. It's great.
Speaking
you guys
of New
keep referencing
Jersey,
Texarkana, and I'm a Texan. I don't care.
speaking of New Jersey, just in case Kevin Smith is listening, Jay and Silent Bob versus Jason.
Fuck Kevin Smith.
You know what? Why the hell not?
Kevin Smith sucks. Sorry.
Hey, Ryan, is the first
wait,
Friday?
wait, which Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith.
We're moving away from that as quickly as possible.
Yes.
All right.
Ryan, the first Friday the 13th, is that the only one shot in Jersey? I think so.
Camp Noby Bosco up in Blairstown. I believe they shot some scenes in Jersey for the second one, but the first one was the only one fully shot in Jersey.
What about Manhattan?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Or was that all Canada? I don't know.
That was all on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
That was Vancouver.
That's true.
Yeah, the boat was even docked in Vancouver, I think.
Oh, damn it. That damn boat.
The thing is about part 2, it's that it's seminal for me because it's the movie I saw on network TV in the Fox Friday 13th marathon on network television, where the hard cuts to take out all the nudity and the violence.
It's so much fun. Oh no! And you don't see
every
him getting
time.
stabbed. Oh no!
Every time there was a hard cut where the soundtrack changed and you realized something was missing. No, I mean nothing happened for me when on my local affiliate except bump, and it just cut to the next thing, and you could hear the soundtrack. You could hear that the soundtrack changed, and you're like, something got cut out. So my childhood imagination went nuts, and when I finally watched that movie on VHS in all its glory, I was like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to a human being. It's me getting to watch Friday 13th uncensored.
It's kind of like how I'm sure you guys have heard how Bruce Campbell saw the regular TV edit used for Evil Dead 2, and ironically, it made it even freakier by not seeing what happened.
Even freakier.
How about The Exorcist? Your mother sews socks that smell.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmer. Yeah, it's that kind of thing where you're like, what in hell tarnation? What?
Who came up with this?
Farmers everywhere. What?
So what happens when you meet a stranger in the Alps?
Yeah,
over the Big Lebowski.
That's right.
This is
Nicky
why you
Picky.
ask for a stranger in the Alps.
I want to point something out that because we were talking about Wes Craven before, there's no denying that Wes Craven is a visionary.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
I love him even more the more I read about him. Like, cool guy, former
cool guy.
psychiatrist. So of course,
students loved him. He was a humanities professor, and his students loved him. And you can feel that educated, humane kind of way that he even approaches horror, even
so
though
quotable.
but so nasty too, like taking things to its logical conclusion the way that an academic would.
When he passed, NPR played a wonderful tribute to him, and I wanted to tear up. Actually, it's just like
Absolutely.
shit. That I wouldn't have dinner with that dude. Like that.
I never got to meet him, but all of my friends who have just said he was such a gentleman, such a fun guy to hang out with too.
Did he
But I
do
will
any
say,
conventions?
yeah, it's all that stuff. I'm sure he did at some point, but if he went to a convention, he would have been number one on the call sheet. You know what I mean? But the thing is, Jack Shoulder, who directed the second movie, I've even heard him say in an interview, Wes Craven is a horror storyteller, and I'm a journeyman director. And it's funny because he is the guy directing that movie, and Mark Patton, being an openly gay man, he's the lead in that film. A lot of people blamed him for the stuff that we're talking about, the queer subtext and everything.
Was he openly gay at the time? Because I don't think he was.
Not at the time. It was after the movie came out. Yeah,
afterwards for sure. But some fan backlash definitely landed on him, and it's completely unfair because then you got this quote unquote journeyman working director who brings in all this weird shit and brings in all these strange developments into the
previously
story.
Did The Hidden, so I think that accompanies.
The Hidden was after, but that's the thing.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, this journeyman director made two classics in the genre that he made them in, Nightmare 2 and The Hidden. The Hidden is great.
I know.
I still haven't seen that one.
You got
you got to see that.
I think you'll like it. It's not.
Is Kyle MacLachlan in that?
Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan, and also the movie that got him basically Agent Cooper, even though he was grandfathered in through the other David Lynch movies.
I Come in Peace are kind of early Men in Black, X-Files type movies. Yeah,
that's the thing. Kyle MacLachlan in The Hidden is proto Cooper.
Twin Pigs. Yeah.
So, but the thing is that, like, talking about this and horror filmmaking, all that, like, isn't it great that even this movie that was put into pre-production, I think, right the moment that they tested well for the original,
pretty quickly,
Nightmare.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
right away.
That formula, the guy wasn't just following the formula because, like I said before, there was no formula yet.
I'll show you formula.
We got this weird ass horror movie where the parakeet explodes and there's weird ass.
Oh my god!
The school bus
to have one.
The school bus
scene about that.
I was teetering on the.
Yeah.
I do hate the one line when I forget his name. The main actor comes out and he goes, "Oh my god, it's like a sauna in here." It's like it's like that the best take he could have had.
Yeah, Jack Shoulder, good filmmaker, but he does have at least one questionable performance in each movie to where you're like,
nothing is more iconic though than Freddy emerging.
Yes,
would you rather he pulled a Tommy Wiseau? Oh my God, Mike! You explode!
And was that
like a sauna in here?
Oh, hi, it's a sauna in here.
Kevin Yeager was behind the makeup effects and stuff.
Kevin Yeager making that horrible wet Freddy Krueger and the way he peels his that's the other thing about these movies.
Yes,
I mean there is only one Freddy Krueger.
Jack. Well, you know why he looked different in the second one, right? Because they lost the actual. Mask and everything for the first one.
I did see Kevin, I want to say back in 2018 at a convention, he had finally warmed up to Hellraiser 4, but I'm still kicking myself in the sides. I had no idea he was behind Chucky, the Crypt Keeper.
He created Chucky. He's the fucking man. I don't care.
I think David Miller did the original Freddy Krueger and then Kevin Yeager took it over, but you can see that leap forward.
Absolutely.
Even if the innovation is, if it doesn't work, put Ultra Slime on it.
That's the thing is Freddy looks more demonic in number 2, and he is a demon.
He looks more like a burn victim in the second.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think
no
the
shame
movie,
to what they did in number 1.
100%.
Number 2, they had great upgrade.
The reappraisal you were talking about, Parker, I think it's so deserved because I do think that so much we get wrapped up in how incredible that original movie is. There's a lot that then changes in that second movie that lasts throughout the entire. Also, the leap forward of surreal horror films. I know that we mentioned before the difference between slasher and supernatural. A supernatural slasher. There've been a handful of movies like that, but we went into that direction. I actually think the Friday franchise owes Nightmare a little bit because of what they started with part 2.
That's a good, interesting take.
Well, I'll bring that back around as we discuss.
Yeah. It's funny. While we've been looking this up, I did forget that Elm Street was actually inspired by Rosemary's Baby, kind of loosely.
It was also inspired by a true story that Wes Craven read was it India, somewhere like that, where
I thought it was the Scottish brothers.
It was something in the area.
Cambodian refugees.
Whoa,
something like that.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I was mixing up The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, absolutely. Those,
but the
brothers
kid,
who died of fright. Yeah.
Right, and the parents found like all kinds of coffee makers and all kinds of stay awake pills in their closet.
Wow. They were the inventors of Mr. Coffee.
Wow.
There are a couple of people, diehards, who say that Nightmare is a little bit ripped off of some of those movies that came before it. The one I remember is The Slayer from 1982, and which is obscure to this day, but a few people have said that there's
It's on Tubi.
there.
Watch it. It's pretty good.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's a good one.
Good old J.S. Cardone before he started working on stuff like John Carpenter's Vampires. Yeah,
it's got that great pitchfork death. That's all I remember from it. Is the pitchfork impaling the woman's torso from the back.
That's the same guy who later wrote the screenplay for the Stepfather remake and Prom Night remake and helmed The Forsaken.
Ah.
But in a weird way, it's like when those great artists take an old blues riff and turn it into one of the greatest rock songs. It's like Wes Craven took the supernatural slasher and he made it iconic. Yeah.
And if you're going to bring up the Slayer, Dreamscape, which I think came out a year before the original Nightmare.
That is definitely
neck and neck.
Cyberpunk meets freaking Elm Street.
Which was a great movie. It was just so overshadowed by Nightmare.
Yeah. Dreamscape is a great movie, and I love that the last shot of Dreamscape, you don't know if the top is going to fall over or not. It's just the top is still spinning. So,
so Inception stole the
Inception,
ending?
Damn you, no.
Holy shit.
No. I was. It did not. Inception stole everything else from Dreamscape. So.
It's not the top scene.
Inception would have been 100%. Inception would have been a better movie with a lizard man in it, the Snake Man. Yeah.
I know Rick and Morty kind of already did this in a roundabout way, but I would still love an Inception sequel where it's Leonardo DiCaprio versus Freddy Krueger.
Oh, that's one of the best Rick and Morty's too. This guy sure says bitch a lot, Rick.
Yeah. Or scary Terry.
Yeah.
I know this is going
You can
way
run, but you can't hide, bitch.
I know this is going way back, but there actually was an old Dick Tracy comic strip where someone created a machine that you can kill somebody in their dreams.
Nice.
Of course there is.
Well, and it's a good question because I see so many people who are still afraid of that. And for me, it did creep me out at first, but I came to, since I die or get beat up in almost every dream I'm in, I just learned to push it to the side.
I know what that
What's
stands
scarier
for.
concept than dying in your not just dying in your sleep, like being killed by a monster in your sleep? Like, what's a scarier concept than that? You know, I forget which movie it is that says we're not safe if we're awake, we're not safe if we're sleeping. It's like,
wasn't it a later installment of Nightmare?
It might be. I hope it's not 5.
No, wasn't that Blair Witch that did that?
No. Blair Witch was.
I can't close my eyes.
Yeah, that's the monologue I was thinking of.
No, I was thinking of her monologue, not the movie itself. But
or she snot bubbles.
Yeah.
Can I say one more really quick thing?
Of course.
I think Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, it does the best job at one of my favorite aspects of all the Nightmare on Elm Street films is where there are points where you can't tell whether you're awake or whether you're in a dream. Now, granted, that may or may not be because the filmmakers didn't know.
It could be. I think you're right. I think it was both a mixture of what they intended versus what they cut out, and it doesn't help that much like Jason, they would have scenes that were of utmost importance, but the MPAA, being the morons they were, is like, well, half that scene got, cut, no pun intended, but so there goes half the exposition we actually need to convey to the audience. Damn it.
Yeah, Freddy is just so mean-spirited and evil. The kill where he turned with Taryn, where he turns his fingers into the needles and injects her is that one still makes my skin crawl to this day, no matter how many times I see it. It's
Oh, and it's not just the Foley or the music or how they're staging it. It's a bit of everything. You're just like,
oh yeah,
how the hell did they film that? No wonder everyone got nightmares back then. This was back before we saw movie magic and how movies were made. It's just
oh yeah, and even with the advent of HD and everything, that one still looks really good. And
because everything was practical, you didn't have to worry about digital shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There you go.
That's why the budgets were so good, because you weren't worried about blowing it up with some crazy digital effect. It was like, we can build this and make it look realistic as fuck. Versus today, it's just, oh, we're gonna press a couple buttons. Here you go.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
dumb shit.
But yeah, for all those reasons, I mean, the emotion, the sheer scare factors of it all. Yeah, and like Lisa said, the soundtrack is awesome with Dawkins and everything.
That kind of brings back the synced wave.
Yeah. Yeah, but as hard of a decision as it is for me, I do have to go with Dream Warriors for that one.
Part 3 for Friday, it's far from it. And to be honest, one of those scenes that lives rent-free in my head, and I guess it's a good thing for the movie because I always remember it, is when he kills the girl with the harpoon gun, the 3D effect, or he shoots at her, and then he just casually lumbers away. I went, what is happening? I just wanted some dopey music playing
style
as he's walking away. Like, what is happening right now?
So you needed a little more over the topness.
Jason just wasn't scary in I don't know, and he's the biggest Jason in the franchise. This dude is massive, and he just didn't put out any fear to me. He just seemed
it's fair, and it doesn't help that we got the Tommy Jarvis trilogy next. So there you go.
Yeah.
The Jason in 3 is kind of icky too. There's that very sort of unsettling implication.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. When he's looking through the window at the end, it's almost like he's going duh, duh.
Because this is the one where she gets assaulted by him.
Catherine Fox, the one who fucked fucking.
What's that?
She fucked dead Bernie in Weekend at Bernie's. And the final girl in this one.
The kill. Don't get me wrong. Some of the kills are to be honest, this movie is funny as hell. This is a movie you watch and you laugh your ass off.
Lucas, what were you going to say?
I'll say this. I just recently read because there's actually 2 novelizations of Part 3 of Friday the 13th Part 3. There's 2 because they did one of the original script and then one with the script they ended up shooting with. But in both versions of the novel, they don't flat out say, but they heavily imply in both of them that Jason did rape her.
Yes.
Without flat out saying it, they do very much imply it.
Well, he's been in the woods for how long? I mean, he's going to do something.
Yeah, but why does it okay, this time, instead of killing the person, it's that's the one time Jason does anything like that.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like that's not that, because he never puts that off. He just wants to go around killing people. He doesn't, I feel like there's no other obligation for him. It's just he's been naked teenagers having sex.
He's been looking at sexy girls the entire series.
He's been watching people fuck the whole time. That's why he's dead.
This is what I'm doing.
That's his cue to kill him. He's like, I gotta kill him now.
I also love that.
Despite him being a zombie, I don't think he's an incel. I think he's just bored.
Speaking of unsettling implications, this is also the one where it's heavily implied, aka obvious, that Jason is mentally challenged.
No, that works for me too.
He does.
Which is why he
does pull his helmet up.
Well, he does get a machete to the head, and then he's like,
So would you say he's the Kenny of this franchise, or is he the Leroy Jenkins of the franchise?
Both.
When he pulls up his hockey mask at the end, when he pulls up his hockey mask at the end and gives that little smile, I thought he was going to go Matt Damon.
Team America.
The smile he gives at the end is the same one that Cartman gives when he's pretending to be in the Special Olympics.
Yeah. It would be awesome if he just ran around the whole movie going, Jason!
Let's just wait for him to say, hey, you guys.
Oh my God. Trey Parker and Matt Stone present Crystal Lake. Come on down to Crystal Lake. Have a good time. I got to go with Dream Warriors.
Me too.
So yeah, Nancy and her cop dad returning really carries the movie. There's a lot of stunning sequences in the dreams. I feel like some of the characters are a little underdeveloped, but it's just so rewatchable.
But they're just one-off characters, though. That's the whole point of the franchise.
Right.
You get your introduction of characters in there, kill it off, and it's like, oh, so we have a variety of characters to fuck with, and then you get to vote on which of those is the best. You know, who gets killed best?
True.
Who had semi-evolution?
Oh,
and then you go from there. It's fun.
That's true. Nancy's death is very impactful. I think it's a bit of a mistake in hindsight, just because some of the leads don't get near as memorable as her. But I understand why they did it. I
think it's kind of beautiful. It's tragic. It's beautiful.
No,
It's
no, it's true. It's very well shot and everything. The Joey actor, he's pretty poor with his line dialogue. I like his powers, but I don't think he was ready to act just yet. But he's had a good career since, so kudos to him. I actually did like Craig Wasson. It was cool to see him play a normal, concerned doctor as opposed to a creep or a pervy detective for once. But teach their own. Yeah, no, a very impactful movie.
My household, we call him Dr. Dumbass, because in every scene he's just like,
this is amazing.
That I will give you. Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's got cool hair, but so I'll take it back. He's the Leroy Jenkins of the Elm Street
franchise. It is weird how in this one too, you have, because that kid who plays the I'm sorry,
Bradley Gregg from Cat House.
Stand By Me and all. He's been in a ton of movies. I'm talking about the guy, the marionette guy.
Yeah.
So he's a really good actor. He makes a huge impression, and then he's dead in the next scene. There's a lot of
what the hell, man? What the puppeteer ever do to you?
there's so much unfair death in that one.
Yeah,
I hate seeing that junkie girl get killed. That's so horrible.
Jennifer Rubin. She had it was such unceremonious death because she's like, so
one of her best roles.
Clean.
Yeah.
Promise.
This was the one. Well, what did this come out? 86, I want to say.
87. Yeah, you're
86,
close.
87. So I was like 5, 6 years old. First one I saw, damn near perfect movie. Went back, watched the first two. The kills are just spectacular.
And that's going up against RoboCop and Aliens.
Yeah, I didn't see them until later. Because apparently my mom thought those were bad movies for me to see, but everything else and Clockwork Orange were okay.
You're okay. Invade your dreams, give you nightmares.
Well, Nightmare on Elm Street does have the element of teamwork.
Yes, exactly.
So you're saying this is a Care Bears after school special if you take away from it. Okay.
But like the whole concept of like pulling into your dreams to help you with Patricia Arquette. And Nancy coming back and the father.
I gotta hand it to Patricia. This is one of her first movies, and you're just like, I can't believe that's the future.
Oh, that's right. You can see her on. Oh no, that's in the other movie that she did. You can see her knee pad that she wore to slide over the car.
Who?
Oh, you're talking about Renee Zellweger in Texas, in one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
Look at Parker. Look at you go.
Next Generation.
That was the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. He's got like a freaking thing. He jacks up his leg. He's like,
The whole Zoom.
Oh, what is happening?
For a
and
second.
then both of them were like, I don't want.
Decimated. What?
And then they later go, I don't accept that movie. And it's like, no, you have to accept every movie you're in. Son of a
That's the fourth one in the franchise. You have to accept.
You were in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
If you can accept all these other psycho thrillers and chick flicks, you must accept that.
Yes, 3 was like a perfect movie. Wes Craven being back to write the screenplay and produce it. The puppet kill obvious was awesome. Jennifer Rubin's thing. Where's the bourbon bitch? That scene still makes me laugh. And my friends still, and my co-host Vinny and I still quote that to this day. We'll just randomly go, "Where's the bourbon?" It's just so perfect, and I think Zach said it where it like set the tone for the next couple. It did, and that's when we get into it. I'll talk about 4 and 5, but it did kind of set the tone. It kind of like made you understand what Freddy was, what kind of character he was. He had a personality. He wasn't just this silent killer like a Jason or a Michael Myers.
He's hamming it up, but he's still spouting his objectives, what he hopes to gain.
And he's still terrifying because he's killing you while you're sleeping.
Hell, he's
Freddy-
talking while he's stabbing you. So yeah,
Exactly. Yes.
Now,
And the
now, do you
worms
think this is the same insane asylum as Cuckoo's Nest and T2?
Probably.
Yeah, most likely.
I mean, if you really look at the
That'd be
credits,
so
and-
funny if Freddy's going down the hallway and Jack and Arnold are coming out to stop him.
Like, if you look at the credits for all the films, I bet they were filmed within at least a couple miles of each other or states within each other.
That
and-
same general area we're all.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder how many troubled celebs have been to this place where they filmed.
Oh, God.
Probably every
I swear
actor
I
in
saw
that
Freddy.
movie.
No, really, I saw him one day. filming.
Ryan, to your point, it deepens the mythology in a couple different ways, because not only is he now the bastard son of 100 maniacs, you also have those incredible, surreal, inventive kills, really utilizing the special effects in the way I think
Instead of
previous to-
them splitting it up.
And it makes it so like when in the first one, the second one, you got killed by his glove.
Yeah.
And the third one, it was like, oh shit, he can change into a worm. He can make his fingers into needles. He can cut your arms open and make you a marionette puppet. He can do this, he can do that. It kind of like, it just broadened the character where you're like, oh shit, what can't he do now?
I can sum this up easy. Freddy is the thesis for what a supernatural killer is, while Jason is the antithesis because he's the one getting killed in more inventive ways, while Freddy comes up with his own ways of being more creative.
This point in the franchise, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Wait
also
till we go to
moving-
space.
We're also about to move into our third Jason movie in which he's back from the dead.
Yeah, and I mean, doesn't he turn into a worm that goes up a girl's cunt at one point? Like,
oh my god!
Oh, we'll get there.
Language people. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so
up the cunt.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
didn't say
so
that wasn't me.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, so
I thought that was the Evil Dead remake.
oh yeah,
Oh,
true.
fuck that movie. Ooh.
Hey,
Boo.
hey.
No.
Okay,
Love it,
so
love it.
Listen, part 4 for Nightmare, to be honest, is fun. I have a good time with it, but the problem is they got rid of characters or recast characters that kind of threw everything off. And then this is when you start getting the really comedic Freddy that just kind of throws you for a loop. And the kills are creative and cool, but they're not as like terrifying as even part 3. Like part 3 had those terrifying kills. Part 4 is just like goofy. Was part 4 the one where he eats the meatballs that had people's faces on it?
It is.
Yes.
Okay,
cool.
okay, all right. Like, yeah. I mean, the effects are great, and Robert Englund is eating everything up in that movie. But
literally,
I have an absolute blast with part 4 for Friday. Crispin Glover.
It's my Friday.
Yeah,
Crispin is so underrated.
He's so funny, man. He's
And
so
that was
great.
his. That was his. They said that he just danced like that. That wasn't like choreographed. He just fucking.
You
started
can't
doing
tell
that.
Crispin
he just
Glover how
did
to
it.
act.
Dude.
You got to just let him be Crispin Glover.
When the was it the twins? They get like one of them gets like thrown out a window. and- oh
my
God,
God.
it's so
By the way,
good.
I can't remember what the song is, but apparently, if you find the song Crispin Glover was dancing to,
Back
on
in
set-
Black,
Back in
ACDC.
Black.
was it that? And you line it
Wow.
up, it lines up perfectly, and it's as weird.
Kind of like listening to Pink Floyd while you watch The Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
But to be honest,
or Uptown Girl at the end of Buckaroo Banzai.
yeah.
Oh my God.
yeah.
We are just in town here with the cult
I've never
movies.
seen that.
but that final showdown, that's what solidifies part 4 for Friday for me. That final showdown between Tommy and his sister and Jason, and the whole effect of him getting the knife in, sliding down the knife, and just the whole thing of Tommy just just breaking and just going ape shit on him.
Mhm.
It's great. I love it. So yeah, Friday for me.
It's a Friday. Nice.
Against Final Chapter, but I do love Final Chapter. I think it's a great movie. I think the cast is incredible, but Rennie Harlan directs the hell out of Dream Master. I think that the dreams are really creative and fantastic, and just
What else did he direct? I don't remember.
He's done Die Hard 2, Long Kiss
Deep Blue
Goodnight,
Sea.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Yeah.
And the newest Strangers movie that just came out.
And the awful Aaron Akron spy movie that just came out. And Deep Blue Sea and a bunch of other...
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, starring Andrew Dice Clay.
Yep.
And Terry Hatcher.
And the movie that broke MGM known as Cutthroat Island. Anyway.
It's a good movie.
The only thing I don't like about Dream Master is it did kind of Flanderize Freddy because it introduced the MTV Freddy, which is great.
It's true.
But as the series goes on,
slow motion.
It kind of ruined him. I think that was the best use of that version of Freddy, in my opinion. But
hey,
really
it's whatever milks it for you. Whatever makes it rain.
Ted White just plays the fuck out of Jason and did better. As much as I love Kane, Ted White I think plays the character a lot better.
You do get a little more scenes with him. Yeah.
And I also could say that most people don't know that Kane Hodder didn't play Jason throughout every film. There's always somebody else playing.
It is kind of one of those things you have to remind people. Hey,
not till which part is a good 7 thing because Kane Hodder sucked. Into it. We'll get into it.
Before we address
I think my monitor's melting. What is happening?
He's good as Leatherface. Come on.
I feel like Lucas has more to say before we.
He was in. I know, but to be fair, he was in all 4 Best of the Best.
Okay, we're only on part 4. What else you got, Lucas?
I love how you're going into moderator.
I stopped. I was like, I'll wait.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I mean, the dude was one of the bodies in 7.
I didn't mean to throw you off course. I really did not mean to throw you off course by saying that. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. The trains come off the rails.
All good.
I can't take it anymore.
I can't take it anymore.
I just texted you your address.
It's all good.
All right.
Yeah, it's also. I mean, it's the beginning of the Tommy Jarvis arc, also, which I love, despite what Corey Feldman has since become.
Unfortunately,
he was he was good here as young Tommy. He was awesome.
Maybe a vampire god.
Does have his angels.
Can you imagine him singing "Cry Little Sister" to Jason? Jason's just shaking his head. What the fuck are you doing?
I saw that live like a month ago. It was really fantastic.
Wow. Hey.
Oh wow.
Lucas, Ted White was a Marine, and I think you can see that he was a former Marine, and you see that savagery like in Jason.
Imagine if they had brought that into his backstory. Jason was in Nam.
So basically, Forrest Gump.
Yeah, he's the only survivor of his. He's the only survivor of his regiment, but they never actually made it into combat. He just killed them all in the barracks.
Jason Gump.
Jason is like
Lieutenant Dan, you got no legs. That's because you cut them off, boys.
But I think that hard-assness, that physical hard-assness that Ted White has as a fucking Marine, like that moment when Jason just bursts through the door,
Yeah, that's true.
Fast and he's so strong.
Yeah.
You can kill the kids, but you have to fake killing the kids. Can you do that, Ted? Yeah, that's easy.
I guess I can fake it.
Just like all the war crimes I've committed. Oh, wait.
I will say this. So, little kind of fun fact. Jason actually was in Nam, because I remember when my 8th grade class took our field trip to Washington, D.C. on the Vietnam Memorial. Me and my best friend thought it was hilarious. We noticed that there is the name on there, Jason Voorhees, missing in action.
That's a new remake right there. Jack, get on it right now.
All right,
you got it.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. You already described Lieutenant Dan is training him.
So basically, Bob
instead of the
Clark's
Kiki Ma theme, you would have Jason's theme just be Fortunate Son.
There you go.
There you go. I don't know. I'm surprised.
Do you think they went to the wall and that's where they got the character name? They were walking around and it just stuck. That could have
now
happened.
He's breaking the wall, but I'm surprised he even made it past the recruits, because Jason seems like a defense and falling down type who's just like he's gonna snap at the recruiter and just
Jason is.
What is your malfunction, Private Pyle?
What is your malfunction?
He wouldn't have to shave his head because he was bald already, so I mean, it worked.
Oh, so he was already a jarhead. There you go.
We're on part 4, so he got shipped back in a body bag, and then just in the morgue he sat up and walked out.
Oh,
which is in 5. Which is in 4. Yeah,
which is in 4.
So Jason was a precursor to Universal Soldier. Got it.
And he kills the dude from Police Academy. Come on.
There you go. Dolph
One of the
Lundgren trained
least
him.
memorable members of the Police Academy, but still.
Oh,
in the Police Academy. He was in the first 3.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. What is your malfunction?
Oh God.
We have to wait for part 5 for him to kill somebody from the electric company.
And then it ties into the cable guy.
And Morgan Freeman starts narrating, and this was here how Jason transformed. No one saw it coming. No one. Not even the penguins.
March of the Penguins.
March of the fucking Jason penguins.
Jason's killing the penguins.
It's funny that we keep talking about Jason in Vietnam because me and a couple of friends one time got together and just for our own amusement, we kind of wrote a little script of an idea for a slasher that we had called Memorial Day about a shell-shocked Vietnam veteran who becomes a slasher.
Please keep
Uncle
that idea
Sam.
secret.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam, yeah.
And
there
all
you
the
go, Larry
kills.
Cohen, Maniac
We
Cop.
reviewed that.
Yeah.
And all the kills would be military related, like, shoving a flagpole through a bunch of guys and having it look like raising the flag at Iwo Jima.
He impels them on the Statue of Liberty.
Evil Jima.
Keep that. The minute that crowdfunded for your movie goes up, let us know.
Good deal.
Barely remember shit about the Nightmare on Elm Street film, so I'm going with Final Chapter.
He was there. He just doesn't remember.
Yeah, it's just there's so much more that I remember about Final Chapter. Just the Crispin Glover kill is just such insult to injury because here he is, he's no longer a dead fuck, and then he's now just dead. And
Wine opener right to the eye.
Yeah,
wine opener. Yep, somebody had to do it.
He
was
gets the
whining
corkscrew
for
through the
it.
hand, and then he gets what is it? He gets the cleaver to the head.
That's right, it's a cleaver.
Yeah.
And even the girl in the beginning who's eating the banana, like just completely minding her own business, she gets her throat slit. It's like I love this, Jason.
I love my potassium.
The shot of her squeezing it though.
Yeah.
That fucking bitch is just like, I've never even really eat bananas.
And
If I eat bananas, I wouldn't be this fat.
And one more interesting bit about Ted White is that he was a stunt double for Ben Chapman on Creature for the Black Lagoon. So he's got that Universal horror.
That's right.
Oh shit! Yeah. Forgot about
Jason was
that.
swimming
There's a
with the
lot of
lagoon
tie-ins
creature.
with some of it.
That is some fucking cred. My God.
Right? So
Boogie Boogie.
Lagoon versus Jason. Make it happen.
And also, here's the thing about the Friday 13th franchise. It's more or less pretty consistent in quality. It's kind of a junk food quality. But, if it's 1 a.m. and you have like a junk food hamburger, that's the best thing in the world. So it's like Halloween is a more elegant movie and a better made movie. But all the Friday 13th movies are fun more or less in the same way. It's almost like the James Bond franchise, where even the bad James Bond movies, you still get the thrill of a James Bond movie.
Right.
And I
You don't
don't
have to
think
watch them in order.
Yeah.
Unless
Well,
Kane
that's-
Hodder was James Bond.
Oh, I'm surprised he wasn't a Bond villain. That would be fun. But no, that's a good point. It is kind of like,
Yeah. I don't think that there's a
and with
single
rival
Friday-
franchises, then you determine which one did it better,
Yeah. The first Friday 13th, I don't rewatch very much, but all of them are a lot of fun. And I feel like the Nightmare series has more of a peaks and valley kind of thing. But when it
Yeah.
comes to part 4, it's everything I want out of the Friday 13th movie. It's the perfect double from In and Out with grilled onions.
Oh, the double bacon sheet. Double McEgg bacon.
But my only issue with 4 is that Tommy Jarvis, who's the worst character in Friday the 13th, and we'll talk about that later, his sister is getting attacked, and he decides to run upstairs and shave his head. And it's like, oh, that's what you're going to do right now?
They filmed it out of order.
You're
He
right,
needed to-
Ryan. No little kid is actually that much of a genius.
He needed to clear his mind.
He's like, oh, shit, my sister's getting killed. Let me go shave my head real quick.
He had to just...
And then we'll
That's
figure
what I
this
love.
out.
Not only does he do that, It's exactly the right thing to do.
And he does
perfectly.
it, and he's got the little tufts of hair like a burn victim, and he's like,
either that or learn how to box.
Jason.
I always hated that shaving shit in any film back then because it made no fucking sense. It's like, yeah, here's his evolution. In the first film, he had a head of hair. And
instead of learning how to be a badass, he's just gonna shave
it all off and be a badass.
Jason's in that moment
cat has
saying,
invaded the conversation. Is he a Freddy or Jason fan?
It's like Jason doesn't speak, so he could be looking at this kid saying, "Oh my God, it's me!" Somehow,
He's
I
the
think
Timmy of the
Jason's
franchise.
He's just looking at the kid saying, "Why the hell did he do that? That's so weird."
And listen, I shave my head. Jack, you shave your head. You have a long tuft of hair like that. It takes more than like 4 minutes to shave your head. You gotta go up, you gotta buzz it. You can't just take a trimmer and just cut it all off and then have these little tufts of hair sticking out.
Right, but in Moviesville, it's easy.
He's using one of those
Just like
double-bladed
hot wiring a car.
80s. He's using one of those silver double-bladed 80s razors too. They're like just try. The fact that he's not bleeding from the scalp everywhere when he comes downstairs.
It's like a big, like disposable yellow razor that he's shaving, and he's like, "Oh, this is good enough. There's no blood. There's little tufts of hair." And he's just like, "Jason." He's like, "What?" And Jason's like,
so in these zombie serial killer movies, the head shaving is too unrealistic for you.
Yes, that's my problem. Why would he go shave his head? We could have saved the sister. There was weapons all around. He could have fucking thrown an axe and be like, "All right, give me a second," and then shave his head. I'll put him there. Oh, I'm sorry. Did he not create Mask the whole movie? He kept showing him to the guy who was fucking his sister, and he'd shave his head. He's killing me!
He's killing me!
Let me finish.
We don't even know if he's dead because it's in the dark.
And it's a shame that whoever was writing the script didn't have a lame one-liner at the end saying that was a close shave.
Oh my God, that would have been the best. That would have been a perfect movie right up. That would have just
It'd be a totally different movie, but it just
right into the lens, straight down.
Right, breaking the fourth wall.
Slow zoom in, like
Ryan, I agree with everything you said. It's a fucking masterpiece, though. Come on.
No, it's a great movie. It's my favorite of the series. But that one scene just kind of goes, "Why'd you do that? I don't get it."
Why'd you do that? The world may never know. Much like how there are people filling in all the blanks, I do want there to be like a Jason fact book. Just someone goes in, someone who's observed and listened to all the commentaries.
Visual histories for popular films.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, and I do want to read more of the books that some of you guys have mentioned, including some of the comics like Jason versus Jason X. But I'm just
I didn't even know there were comics.
Yeah, there's even a non-canon one where he fights Leatherface, and they try to tie it in that it might have been part of the same inbred family, and a lot of fans hated it.
Ooh, I like that.
It makes sense, but it's just like.
I also think it has one of the strongest recording.
One of the best sex scenes, yeah.
Which, to Jack's point, when he said he used to watch, I think it was 3 when it would cut everything.
Yeah.
2. When I watched 5, it was like USA Up All Night or some shit.
Oh, God.
The same thing. Like that sex scene was like, "Hey, let's go to the woods. Oh, we're both dead. What happened?"
Right. Oh my God!
They touched the tips and.
It reminds me of when I knew someone years ago in forums who talked about movies that were edited for TV, and he remembers seeing the ABC world premiere of Total Recall, and it's just like, and he's thinking of the scene where he gets captured and he shoots everybody gorily in the head, but instead you see, oh, he's back. How do you escape? The world doesn't know. There's just no way to edit the scene. It just would be impossible, and it would suck. You just could tell.
Or you have the shitty Starship Troopers pan for the shower where it just cuts out the entire plot of the film, and then it's the end. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, and they say, "We've showered together." When?
What did you do together?
What did I miss? Yeah, Mystery Science Theater would do that too, where there's like, oh, so did Mitchell ever get his revenge? I don't know. I'm watching the TV edit.
It's a really effective movie. It's sleazy in all the right ways,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody, watch kids have sex.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just that Deborah Suvori's is so cute and busty and wonderful. It's also that like
I love how you
kids
said
bops and
3 different adjectives.
You guys got to find that music video. The guy, some European musician did an entire song dedicated to her because he was a kid
and she hates it.
Right
in Europe.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wolfie's Not Dead? it's this whole thing of like.
I think I did hear about that, but I didn't know what the hell. It was so convoluted just reading that. I'm like, what?
She's like a school teacher, and she hates the fact that she was in that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that at all. No, I didn't know that
She
at all.
became a school teacher.
Yeah, and she like hates the fact that she was nude in that
Hot for
movie.
teacher.
Well, I read quotes that actually were quite positive, but maybe that was
Well, I'm just
a
glad
publicist.
that didn't kill her academic career.
Well, she hates that she was nude in the movie. She didn't mind being in the movie, but she wishes she wouldn't have done that scene.
Right.
That's what people remember her for.
Well, and it's too bad because I love that she's nude in the movie, and
So do we all.
And I love her, and I want to send her
Top
roses.
5 nude scenes of all time.
But the fact that, but beyond the nudity, also
beyond, we swear, we're constructive people there.
it is gory. It is creepy. It is all. It's a really effective movie, and
I like how the kid has to learn to be a man the whole time. Like he's like, get over here, get the pitchfork.
Yeah, that's how you learn to be a man through abuse. But
you get traumatized out of your depth, and then you kill the undead zombie. And I love how at the end they're like, "He's gone. Where's the body?"
I don't know if I would give it the edge if it wasn't for the fact that the Dream Child sucks.
I'm gonna go with Friday the 13th 5 because obviously, like I was saying, I saw it on USA All Night or whatever, and it was everything got cut. And
They should have. There's the whole Scream Factory Blu-ray set. They should have released the TV edits as a special feature. Those would be fun.
It's when Debbie Voorhees goes into the woods to have sex, it was like, hey, let's go to the woods, and then it was like, wow, they're both dead. What happened?
Hey, let's go to the woods.
I mean, it's a smart edit, honestly, if you think about it, because then it's just like they go into the woods, and if you played it as a mystery, like who killed them, it does pan out better.
They should have added mysterious Agatha Christie music.
But to me, that was the last of the real good 80s slasher movies.
All right, I love it. I love the validation. I love how you have branded it on this throne. You have.
That's my opinion. I think I can't think of another 80s slasher movie that was as good that came out after that movie.
I love it.
Based on the kills and some characters that are just absolutely hilarious, I gotta go with part 5 for Friday.
It's Friday.
I don't like fake Jason.
You're going for the lesser of the two.
To be honest, it's not even the fact that I don't like the fake Jason. I don't like his motives behind becoming fake Jason. Like the fact that you find out that the kid at the camp who gets killed by the one dude turns out to be his son, and it's
Joey's off at a Snickers bar and he kills him.
Yeah, like wouldn't you just kill the dude who killed him? Like, why do you gotta slaughter everyone? You're not Jason. It doesn't make sense. But whatever. The kills are cool. I love the one against the tree where he spins the belt. Great. My favorite part though of part 5 for Freddy is when he, it's a boy. I love that line, dude. It's so good.
That's the only redeeming factor.
It's really like the only good part about
Shatner
that movie.
acting
Because to be
right
honest,
there.
I haven't seen part 5 for Nightmare.
But why was his one arm super long? It's like he had his normal right arm, and his left arm was just this weird long claw thing.
You could ask, why does he turn into a roach? Why does his face expand? That's the power of his dream powers, basically.
I wasn't a huge fan of Imposter Jason either, but if you take that part out, Friday the 13th Part 5 is still a pretty good slasher. It's got some kills, and like's been mentioned before, there were certain scenes of it that were very interesting to a growing boy. And
boobs.
I just let it out, boobs.
But God, I love that there's Freddy's Dead fans here.
I'm glad. I had no idea. I didn't expect to enjoy it. I recall it being average. This was way more above average when
It's fun. It's just a fun movie.
But I'm glad you brought up the death by nails on a chalkboard, because it might be gratuitous, but so effective, especially because that is my personal thing. Like when I hear that in real life,
Yeah.
and
how
so
he does it
effective.
slow, where he does it with the first nail, and then he
my
starts
personal
scratching.
fear is finally unleashed on screen. But yeah, the work print is so
My girlfriend will
interesting.
watch the gnarliest horror movies ever without batting an eye. As soon as nails go on a chalkboard, she's like,
she's out.
And here's the thing that I actually really love about Freddy's Dead is that you get that backstory. Like, you always knew that he was a child killer, because when we get into the remake. He's a child killer. And but you didn't know he had a daughter, and you didn't know this, and you didn't know he killed his wife, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit.
Right.
There's a whole nother side.
Instead of all these bastard children he's going after or people he's terrorizing, is like, okay, we're finally getting.
And it's like, that shot, that spinning shot with him and Lisa Zane, where it's just, and I took all their children away from them. That's a fucking great scene.
And getting Robert Englund out of makeup, getting to do those scenes.
Yes.
I think that moment with him and the little girl, like I always get, the hair goes on the back of my neck anytime it's like a child is being corrupted or in danger or anything when I watch a movie. The moment when he locks eyes with her and she does the whole "I'll never tell" thing, that's kind of chilling. In this cartoony movie, I'm like, ugh.
And I'm sorry, every town has an Elm Street.
Right.
That's 100% true.
That is true.
Well, I mean,
I've lived in 3 towns. We've all had an Elm Street.
I literally, my street is off of an Elm Street, so
So as shitty as a movie it is, it's fun, and there's iconic.
Well, obviously it's Jason Lives for me, and kind of multifaceted, not just because it's Friday the 13th, but this movie for me was my introduction. Was my introduction to not just Friday the 13th, but aside from a few of the Universal horrors and stuff like that, this was the first horror movie I saw.
It was on TV a lot.
Yeah, I spent the night
would do marathons. Yeah.
I spent the night at my best friend's house when I was 12, and he put it on, and that was just it for me. I fell in love with it. Fell in love with horror.
Nice.
So yeah, it's one of my all time favorite movies for that.
We got to bring up the scene where the paintball military guys.
Yes, that's amazing.
Of course.
That's a smiley face scene.
Also,
that's a reshoot, right? I think that's shoehorned into the movie.
Yeah, but who would have known? Because it takes up so much time. You're just like, it's just great. That's where Jason becomes the Terminator.
Isn't that the first time Kane played Jason? Was in
no, he played the 7.
7.
But this is also the
Tom Morga who played him, or was he just?
No, I mean,
Tom Morga was part 5.
I thought Kane is in the Jason suit in the one scene in Jason Lives.
No, that was another guy. I forget what his name, but yeah, they didn't want him in it because he was a little heavy, and they thought Jason looked too fat.
And this is the one Jason movie. This is this is the first of the Jason movies where he really becomes a supernatural character.
Yeah. Where he's zombie Jason.
Yeah, this is zombie Jason.
Zombie Jason.
Because like the rest of them, it's like, oh, maybe he didn't die, maybe he didn't die, and this is the first one where it's like, okay, this is supernatural. Now you're getting into supernatural slasher and supernatural slasher.
Also, I gotta admit, Mike Garris, that's one badass sheriff.
Yeah,
where Red Dot goes, you bang.
He doesn't take shit for anything at all.
Right.
But he gets cut. He gets folded in half. So I mean, it doesn't matter.
Folded in half, but he tried, man. He tried to.
He really did try. He really did try.
I think the key to part 6 is that
people want to forget this was Crystal Lake.
Sorry. I think there are only 2 movies in the series that are a writer director, and the other one I think is part 9.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Which is a different story. But in this case, Tom McLaughlin, who wrote and directed part 6, you can tell that he cares about the characters.
He's had a big career too.
Sure, but you can tell that in part 6, he cares about the characters in a way that the other filmmakers don't throughout the series.
Yeah.
He gives the kids more to do. He gives everybody
instead of just be like.
He also gives Jason a little more like humility when he doesn't kill the girl, when he just goes into the cabin and he's kind of looking at the kids. So I'll
kill you later, kids.
Yeah, like exactly. Like,
yeah, you're meddling.
Like, fuck you, kids, but you weren't when I died.
I feel like because of that writer-director thing, you can tell he cares about the scenes in a sort of creating beat for beat cool moments way that maybe some of the other movies feel more like, okay, I get it. Set up, kill, set up, kill.
Well, and the director has gotten a lot of fan mail from it, and I feel when you look at some of his other work, you feel like he's doing some inside like references. Like, if anything, Jason Lives is his personal signature. He actually, like you guys said, he actually went above the rim and wanted to do more than just what was required by the execs and just make a movie everyone could be proud of, you know.
And to this day, it's a point of pride for him. He talks about it a lot. I think he likes.
He has no
being
shame
embraced.
about it. He didn't care about any of the critics getting.
It was a good movie.
It was fun. Yeah. So it's my vote too.
Is anybody bothered though by the sort of borderline self-parody nature of it? It's the funny one.
I think that adds to the charm, but I see what you mean. But
we'll return after these messages.
Do you ever find yourself thinking about who would win in a fight between Goku and Superman? Hi, I'm James Gavsey, and on the Who Would Win show, me and my co-host Ray ignore anything important happening in the outside world and debate fictional battles between characters from comics, movies, and video games.
We got a new show every week, and almost always am I the winner.
Yeah, not true, Ray.
In the past, we've discussed such matches as Captain America versus Darth Vader, Solid Snake versus the Iron Giant, classic matchups like RoboCop versus Terminator, and even the Muppets versus Sesame Street.
That one was crazy. So if you're a fan of geek culture and love a spirited debate, check out the Who Would Win show wherever you get your podcasts, or check us out at whowouldwinshow.com.
Cool thing about Blind Knowledge is we are in multiple countries. We are worldwide all across the globe. We are in the US, we are in the UK, we are in Canada, Germany, India, Japan. We're in Australia, y'all. BlindKnowledge.com. Now back to the feature presentation.
Go back to sleep.
Oh shit! Tony Goldwyn was in part 6. Remember that part?
Yeah, I do.
Who did he play?
He's the couple in the car. He's the guy in the car.
Oh yes, he is.
I think the director's wife was his girlfriend.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
And she almost gets impaled in the scene when they threw the spear. It actually almost impaled her.
I completely forgot that. That's a great scene.
Wow, look at you go.
And let me ask you a question. In any of these movies, mostly the Jason movies, if you saw that guy, why would you go, Dad, just tell him to move? Get out.
I'm like, he's wearing a hockey mask for no reason. Like, yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. I'll just stay in the car.
Let's go back.
Yeah, just reverse. We're good.
Oh my God.
I appreciate the fact that this movie incorporated in the Gala Divida.
It's in the Manhunter verse now.
Yep,
Manhunter.
A fucking Nightmare on Elm Street has Anagata-Devita in it.
And you get Johnny Depp back. You get Johnny Depp back in the movie.
Drug PSA, of course.
That's true.
This is your brain.
No, that's true.
Looks like an egg and some frying pan to me.
That was a fun Easter egg. Yeah.
I love the fact that this one has a post-apocalyptic feel because they have that opening bit where it's like all the kids in the town are dead and the last kid alive is trying to get out. And you have that great cameo with Roseanne Barr and Tom Arnold as the parents still not getting over their death of their kids.
That was pretty dumb, I actually thought, but a lot of people love it. I think it would have been funnier if it had been something.
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie. Don't get me wrong, but I think those comedians should have been Robin Williams and Whoopi Goldberg. I think that would be better.
I don't know why those two they weren't there.
Why not, man?
Yeah.
It's already a
Whoopi
weird
just won the Oscar for Ghost, but she's like, sure, I'll do.
I'll do Freddy's Dead, whatever.
I don't care. I'll sing the national anthem wrong. That's okay.
Did everybody besides Ryan and I also get a chance to see it in 3D at some point, like in the theater? Because
I didn't get to see it in 3D in the theater, but if you see back here, I have 3D glasses. Those are actually Freddy's Dead 3D glasses.
I do love the fact that I see behind Parker and Jack, I see 4 Jaws posters.
Oh yes, I have.
He does that. He does that
like
sometimes.
He's got 3, you got 1.
It happens, man. It happens.
And I have a Freddy vs. Jason poster back there behind my fridge, which we'll get to.
Oh, show it.
It's behind my fridge. Dude, it's behind my fridge there. It's the one where they're facing off.
Why are they behind the fridge?
Right there. See it right there. That's it there.
Is there a head in the fridge as well?
Well, there might be. I don't know. Jason
there might be.
Earlier.
Jesus, are you trying to?
Jason was here earlier. He might have dropped one off.
Oh my God.
Brian, I gotta ask, with all the Buffalo Bills paraphernalia, are you actually a Buffalo local or
no? I live in Jersey. I love Buffalo Bills though.
If you're Buffalo Bill, do you like lotion?
I do. Oh, you still have the glasses. I wish I still had them.
Oh my God. No,
you sons of bitches! You kept them.
Jack has the 3D glasses. Wow.
Well, actually, these I got
Parker and I both.
these I got recently. I was born in '91, so there was no way I was seeing it.
I stood in line for 2 hours at the Bergenfield movie theater on Washington Avenue to see this fucking movie, and the only time where I went huh, was when his face comes out and the girl behind me screamed.
So great. Freddy's Dead is the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie I saw in the theater.
Nice.
Yes, me too.
And I saw it with my younger brother, and we were like 10 and 7. And nobody stopped us from walking into that theater.
How do you
You
sneak
didn't have to have
in?
an adult buy the tickets.
So was that 91 it came out? So
Yeah.
I was 10, yeah. So it was 10 and 13.
Oh wow!
Like
So that was competing against T2.
Yeah. I
went out against T2.
Freddy's Dead came out 11 days before I was born.
Wow.
No excuse you couldn't have seen it in the theater.
Yeah.
I got the date wrong. I was 12.
So yeah, actually, it was probably still in theater as soon as I was born.
There you go.
Like,
my dad had me. He's like, "We're going to see Freddy's Dead. Let's go."
We're going to see it, baby.
I like the whole concept of New Nightmare. I love everything about New Nightmare. Part 7, though, for Friday has one of the greatest movie explosions of all time.
The fire effects. Yeah.
When that house
explosions
explodes,
are good.
Yes, I'll
I
give
was
you
like,
that.
all right, this is watchable.
And
But
the sleeping
other than
bag
that-
scene is fucking great.
It's iconic, very iconic.
Because they recreated it in Jason X.
Yes, they did.
I have a question for you about Part 8. One question, and then you explain to me the rest of the movie.
Was there telekinesis grueling?
Yeah, besides that. Not even the fact that Ken Kratzinger, who played him in Freddy vs. Jason, gets thrown through the mirror in the diner. How did the boat go from a crystal lake to the ocean that brings them to Manhattan? That's all I want to know. Just tell me how they go from a lake.
Well, that's why the movie's bad. It's just a bad movie. It's a straight up trash movie.
The director's disowned it.
Can't stand this movie.
Now, so I
There's
like
a
this
deleted scene all about crystal sound.
Okay, so I don't think this is good, but I like it better than the New Blood because you gotta love a boxer who goes.
He goes.
That's the best part of the movie.
Yeah. Yes, I get.
Give me
that,
the best shot.
I get that the director has disowned it. I get, but we're not talking about him. We're talking about the movie. The transitions and the censorship. I blame the MPAA for this one. I think it's just the pacing issues that.
Follow us on the web on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The podcast is available on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Apple, and anywhere else podcasts are available. Feel free to review our show and leave comments on any of those sites. Thanks a million for listening.
It's a jacked up review show.